Did it scare you? Did it scare you?
No.
Did it scare anybody?
I know no fear.
Because it's Halloween season!
Is it?
No!
Oh, yeah.
I just watched an episode of a show that was Halloween-based is all, so
Okay.
I've been rewatching Solar Opposites, and I'm at the point where the voice of the main character's about to change, and I want to see how much I hate it. Basically.
I know it's completely different, but...
Yeah.
This guy's not messaging... 15 years? What did he do? What did he do?
I don't know. I think... I honestly, I can't keep track of all these people.
What did he do,
cancelled.
that wacky Justin Roiland?
Something.
I think it were. I don't think it were even that he'd been particularly noncing. Really, I think it's just that his DMs got leaked, and he was just so cringe. He was like irredeemably too cringe. I
think it was that kind of like stereotype, like Chinese parents type thing, where he dishonoured his family, as they would say in the racist 80s film.
Yeah.
So,
they would, and then a gong would go.
yeah, and then they'd go. That's what the 80s movie would do.
Yeah,
or just an episode of one of Justin Roiland's shows.
Yeah, it probably would.
That's what would have happened. Anyway, that's what I've been doing.
But then he'd go, because that's Justin Roiland, isn't it? That's his humour.
And the character would be like dying, and they'd do that only pain sound that he does, where he goes, like that. Like he always does it like that.
He?
Yeah.
Well, I never noticed that.
Anyway, speaking of pain, we watched last podcast. I wanted to watch Borderlands, the new Borderlands movie with Judd, but he was almost puking. Mid podcast.
I did go home and puke, by the way. I did
you sleep on the bathroom floor again?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Really, it works a fucking treat. It's great. It cools you right down.
Just gonna be sleeping on the bathroom floor voluntarily now.
Yeah. It's great.
I've just also realised, how are we so pink? We look like proper gammon men in the on the camera. I might have to futz with that while you tell us your thoughts on Borderlands.
Oh my god, fucking hell. Oh, right, so where do we even start? I mean, first of all, as we've already said, the casting... What? What the fuck? What the fuck was any of the casting?
I know that, like, that's the obvious blow to go for, but it was so terrible.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like I was starting to be really annoying, like, it was I was being annoying, but, like, every few minutes, I couldn't help but say to her, what the fuck is she doing there? Like, why is it Kate Blanchett? Why is her head not moving?
Fucking Kate Blanchett with a perma-frozen hairdo. It's, like... They were so... I'm just going to start saying, like, characters and stuff from Borderlands, so if you don't know Borderlands, I'm sorry, but basically, the original, like, main cast of Borderlands is Lilith, Roland, Mordecai, and I almost said Rigby, but no, I'm not... Mordecai and Brick. And for some reason, in the movie, it's Roland and Lilith,
except it's not.
It's not. It's not.
It's Kate Blanchett and Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Because you cannot distinguish them otherwise.
No, not at all. But then they've thrown in Krieg, of all people, the last DLC character of Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
Then fucking Tiny Tina.
Which, you know, at least you can understand why they wanted to shove Tiny Tina in there, because she's such a popular character. But
then they did something completely different with her character and made her useless for the entire movie.
Yeah, made it completely unnecessary for her to be there. How much better do you think it would have been if they would have done it right? Do you know what it is? It's what people told DC they were fucking up with versus Marvel. When Marvel was at its peak, DC were trying to copy. It's the same problem. You can't just do the big thing.
Yeah.
So you've got to earn it. And I know studios are impatient and they want to milk whatever money they can milk out of something now, because by the time they get to do the big payoff, they'll be dead because they're all in their 90s anyway.
Yeah.
That's kind of what happens with these studio execs who wanted to make money. So I get it, but it still doesn't work like that. You're not going to make any money then if you're too busy doing that. You have to handle something like this with genuine care. Yeah. And some characters like Handsome Jack, Tiny Tina, those are the textbook popular characters from that franchise. You have to earn using those. You have to like go through the kind of like you have to pay your dues in the same way that the Marvel Cinematic Universe did an Iron Man movie, they did a Thor movie, these kind of characters that they might not have known as much, they give them a cool, well-executed movie, and then, once we've gotten used to them all and all these things were executed well, blam, Avengers, crossover, we're establishing we can do that.
Yeah.
And then it's like, once you've gotten your big payoff, then you can level it up and you get to eventually to an Avengers Endgame type dealio.
Yeah.
You can't just... And that's what DC did wrong. They did, like... Superman movie, Wonder Woman movie, Justice League now already for some reason. First time we saw the Batman of that universe, it was like, what? Yeah. There might have been Batman versus Superman. I can't remember.
No, there was Batman versus Superman before, but that was the first time we saw Flash. Flash was introduced in.
So you can't do that.
Yeah.
Everyone in a crossover like that needs to have at least one movie or streaming show, maybe even two, maybe even one, and a cameo in one of the other ones.
Yeah.
And it's the same sort of thing with this. You can't just throw Tiny Tina at it. It was like straight away.
We were saying as well, the whole sort of like what made Tina's character so interesting in the games is that you'd already played through Borderlands 1 and a fair bit of 2 before you reach Tina, so you know what Pandora's like.
Yeah.
And then it's the idea of why the fuck is there this 13-year-old girl out here on her own on Pandora?
Yeah.
And then you realise, wait a second, she's the scariest fucking thing out here. And that's what makes her interesting in this.
And it's like, I'm sorry, but we understood that when we were like 14.
Yeah.
It's not hard to grasp that.
I know. But also it's like the whole bomb making thing. It's like, there's an actual canonical reason to why she's so into bombs, but the first time you meet her, you're like, she's making the bombs to defend herself, and she's been out here for so long, that's why she's so good at it.
And even just in a storytelling point, it's funny that she's so into the really dangerous thing as a 13-year-old, and it almost explains like why she's thrived as some bomb-making freak in this freaky place.
Yeah, but then in the movie, she isn't native to Pandora. She's brought there.
Well, she's not native to Pandora because that's like the bootleg planet that Justin Roiland invented.
She's not native to Pandora. She's fucking been kept in this government facility for like all of her life. Fucking Kevin Hart comes and frees her for some reason, which I don't think was ever really explained why he did that in the first place.
Well, he said it was because Atlas were going to free her, but weren't she trapped by Atlas?
She was trapped by Atlas.
Was he lying then?
Yes, he was.
And also, there weren't like the Crimson Raiders kind of good guys gang set up at all at that point.
No.
Was he?
Why'd he do it?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, why'd he do it?
Was he? Is Kevin Hart a nonce in this movie?
Well, maybe what? Maybe he just stole a kid for no reason.
He did technically kidnap a child.
Yeah, and it was like, don't worry, Daddy sent me. Get in my car. What the fuck?
Yeah, why did he do that?
Why did he do any of that?
Honestly, it's like as you're watching it, you know it feels like warm water and oats mixed into a slurry, and that's kind of what you're eating.
Yeah.
But you've put some glitter powder in it, so it's like shiny and it looks. Yeah. Oh wow, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
But then you eat it, it's like it's like gross bland glitter powder. It's not like even. It's not even like shit, and it's not like you're eating something going it's gross. You're like
this is just fucking nothing here. Just not.
It's even like the combat and stuff that happens in it. It's so like diluted because they were desperate to hit that PG-13. Yeah. Why?
I know. Why?
How do they not see? You said obviously they're going for the Guardians of the Galaxy thing, which seems.
Yeah. They wanted Guardians of the Borderlands, like absolutely.
What they needed was Deadpool.
Yeah,
they needed Deadpool, not Guardians of the Galaxy, if they were going to try and like get a formula out of it.
You introduce a character who shouldn't even be in the first movie, Krieg. His whole fucking identity is gory murder. That's the point. There is not a drop of blood in the entire movie.
And do you know what you could have done if you wanted someone of that big brutish nature who maybe wouldn't be all about murder or anything? Wait a minute.
Bricks there. Wait a second. Hold on. You know the guy who only punches and basically... I know he doesn't only knock people out, but you could have it so that he just knocks people out in the movie because he likes punching so much. Why not just use him?
And honestly, I would argue that he's a more beloved character.
Yeah, he is. Absolutely. Absolutely he is.
Like, What?
I know.
What?
Why?
What was this desperate shoving in of? Because when we were watching it, we felt like well, what they're gonna do then is reveal that actually Krieg's her dad, not Atlas,
because I don't.
And
think...
that's why she's not actually the special one.
Yeah,
and things like that. And not even a hint of it.
No.
Not even a whiff of that was part of the story.
Yeah, he's just there. He's just fucking there.
In fact, they proved that that's not the case by saying that she's a clone. Now, they might, if they do another one, which I hope to God they don't, they could say, Atlas was just lying.
What? For what reason? Again, but the whole thing is like, for what fucking reason?
To make Krieg as a dad again. I don't know, man. It's just we knew it. We knew it.
Yeah,
we knew it.
We who was the fucking guy who showed up? Who was like the bandit leader? Who he looked cool. Like his costume design was cool. He does nothing and he says nothing for the entire movie. He shows up in the last 10 minutes, and for some reason, when you look at all the promotional material for the movie, he's fucking front and center. Like they've got him credited and like. This big character. What the fuck? He doesn't fucking do anything. Krieg slaps him once and pushes him down a hole and he's dead.
It makes it seem like maybe they filmed a lot more other things and this was the cut that just ended up coming together. Because again, there'll be, who was it? Was it Lionsgate or something? I don't remember. They'll have just been super beholden to them.
Yeah.
Honestly, it really feels like... Because the passion for Borderlands is absolutely out there. You can't convince me that there's not going to be a bunch of incredibly talented and willing to be dedicated to making a great Borderlands movie people. Yeah. There's going to be so many of them out there. The only reason why this could fuck up is because of studio meddling. It's got to be.
The least fake and on-point thing of the entire movie was Moxie's fat tits. That was genuinely the most canonical, least fake thing was Moxie's tits.
Even if you were a feminist and didn't want that to be the case, you have to admit that Moxie's tits were the best bit of it. Great
tits.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't want that to be the best thing of the movie, but it is. That's not me being sexist. This is just Eli Roth being fucking wank at making movies. That's not my fault.
I'm not even fully certain it was all his fault.
To be fair, I watched one thing of Eli Roth promoting this movie at all. He did not look happy to be there. He was like they had the camera on and it was like, yeah, here for Borderlands.
I'm telling you, there must have been some awful studio executives on this. Yeah. There must have been. And are they in the credits? Can we burn their houses down or something? That's a joke. Do not do that. Do not do that. Because you have to say that sort of thing nowadays. You can't just make a joke about stuff.
But no, they're saying that it cost $100 million to make.
Let's double check that just in case.
I know that they've made $31 million. So definitely in the fucking red.
110 to 120 million dollars.
And they have only made 31 million across the world.
Yeah. Oh, 150 million. And that'll be before 150 million might be with marketing.
Well, they said they said that apparently it was barely enough to cover just marketing.
Yeah.
Everything else is completely out of pocket for them. And fuck them. They deserve it. Fuck them.
Yeah. Yeah, they absolutely deserve it. What's the alternative here? No, poor billionaires who were so quick to grab as much money as they can from it have now lost money. Well, fucking, you should have done it right then, shouldn't you? It was so set up to be done right that the only way it could have been fucked up is with so little care and greed.
Or intentionally. I genuinely look at all the mistakes and it's like, how was this not done on purpose? This level of incompetency.
You're right.
Yeah,
it's so bad that it would be harder to make it like that.
Yeah,
even in terms of just casting again, despite her being the best actor in the movie, Jamie Lee Curtis, she's going to be expensive to hire. That's going to take some effort.
Kevin Hart
to get more money. Kevin Hart might have been the most expensive part of that movie.
And Jack Black as Claptrap.
Yeah, I feel like Jack Black might have just done it for like a few good meals and
I actually wouldn't be surprised.
But honestly, even Kate Blanchett as well, she must charge a right whack.
Yeah.
And one of the funniest bits was when near the end where there's like she has like some fucking random ass flashback and that unlocks her powers for no reason.
Yeah, she fucking gets awakened.
Her mum in that flashback was thinking, oh wait, why don't you just get her hurt? She's pretty good. She could have been Lilith.
You could have stuck that fucking shit hairdo on top of her head and called her Lilith, and it would have made way more sense.
I don't think they get translation from a game like that to screen as well. Because I know people, it's a big thing nowadays to have faithful recreations of costumes and stuff. Potentially unpopular opinion here, I think the Wolverine costume in the latest Deadpool and Wolverine looked kind of stupid. I don't like being that faithful to things when not everything's going to translate right into real life. Now, luckily the Deadpool costume translates great. I think the yellow Wolverine one doesn't. Now, it's also a debate as to whether, like, the old school black leather one from original X-Men was any good either, but somewhere between those. I liked the brown one in one of the flashbacks from there. Anyway, point being, you can't take a character who, because of video game restrictions, hair doesn't move. And kind of the stylistic look of it, almost meant to look like a comic book in a way, in Borderlands. You can't then put that in real life, not do all the shell shade in makeup and everything, because they shouldn't have done that either. And keep her head stuck there!
I know.
It looks weird as hell!
It's the fact as well, it's like, why are you trying to make the sets and the costumes look so accurate when you're hiring fucking Kate Blanch? That's not accurate! Like,
exactly.
What fucking hills are you choosing to die on here? It doesn't make sense!
I just don't get how no one understood that what Lilith's hair is, and I know I'm complaining about Lilith's hair a lot, it seems ridiculous to complain about, but I think it's just such a good snapshot of who didn't give a shit. I don't know how they didn't understand that the translation of that is just a redhead with a bob. Like with just like a short haircut redhead. That's all that's what that was. That's what stylistically that looks like in that video game. So in real life, just have a redhead with short hair. It would have been so easy.
Oh my god, there's this one scene where Lilith like squares up to Roland as he's pointing this gun at her and she fucking towers over Kevin Hart and shit.
And you can tell they're trying to angle it where he looks taller than he is.
Oh my god.
Jeez. How many times did Roland say something and that went, shut up, you're small.
Yeah, shut up. Fucking oh my god! And then there was this whole bit where like Roland's needlessly like sacrificing himself for this ragtag of team that he's known for like 2 days that he shouldn't even really be bothered about.
There's no reason for him to have been here in the first place. He was just kidnapping a child.
and then like he's fine. He's like, it's this whole thing that like, oh, has he just sacrificed himself as bandits just killed him? No, he's fine. He shows up like 5 minutes later.
Or at least maybe he's captured or something and they have to do something about it.
No.
It's all so
he literally just meets them 5 minutes later like, hey guys.
And we did determine immediately after it was done that if none of the main protagonists who were trying to stop the bad guy doing the bad thing were there, the exact same outcome would have happened. Literally none of it mattered.
It's these motorbikes. I don't know. Shall I shut this?
It's too hot.
Okay,
no, it's fine.
fair enough.
We don't need to give a shit anymore. We've got 10 more episodes left.
No, but it's like, literally, literally, Tina could still be in that fucking weird Atlas facility, and nothing would have changed, because even if Atlas would have knocked on her door and gone, okay, sweetheart, today's the day, it's time to go open the vault, he still would have taken her down to Pandora, tried to get to open the vault, and it wouldn't have worked. So, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah.
It's stuff like... it's so not considered right. Like we were saying when we watched it, they went in the vault, which is not how that works, really.
No, it is how it works.
Not in the first game when they opened that vault. That's not what happens.
That's because the destroyer was so, the destroyer was just so big that it took up the whole vault,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
So, okay, well, but then they went in. I was saying, the Atlas is like, oh, look at all this power and technology I'm going to have. And we're like, it's just some floating cubes,
Yeah,
mate.
all
Like,
it was some CGI floating fucking cubes. It's like, Atlas, you have anti-grav tech. We've seen it.
Just seen you fly!
Atlas, you have a personal shield that can stop tank rounds. What?
You're more powerful than this entire pocket universe.
I know.
Individually, what?
You... like, what the fuck?
And then, like, he just gets, like, taken by some tentacles.
Some fucking CGI tentacles like wrap around his legs and it's like, whoa, and he gets dragged down a fucking crevasse and he's dead and it's done and they leave and they just leave. They don't fight the destroyer or anything. There's no oh, the vaults are actually a secret place where they keep like the galaxy's most dangerous like monsters and aliens. There's none of that. They just
there was almost a scene earlier on where they worked that out. It kind of just showed. It kind of just was there on a display for no reason at some point.
Fuck me.
If you'd never known anything about Borderlands and you went to watch that, which you very well might do as a moviegoer, you'd be like, where the fuck are these tentacles come from?
Yeah.
Like, why is he just being eaten by tentacles?
You'd just be like, what was that?
It was such a failure. What's weird about it though is like it failed the exact amount I thought it would.
Yeah.
And pretty much in the same ways I thought it would as well. And I don't know when, like, obviously no one listens to us anyway, but if people like people need to believe us on these things. Because how often do we see some sort of trailer for a movie, show, whatever, and I go, I think that's going to be like this. And it, like, on almost every single time, this one we watched and we're like, that's going to be terrible, objectively terrible. Most recently as well, another one that seems to be happening, the Joker sequel.
Yeah, I don't know about that yet. I do want to go see it.
Well, but even so, like, we had different opinions on that, and it's normally me that's right with it. I saw that, I was like, I just think it's going to be near average. Either a bit better or a bit below, but disappointing regardless, because of, like, what it's a sequel to.
Yeah.
And it happens all the time. There was something else that it were a while ago now, but there were a trailer come out for something and everyone were hyped for it. And we were like, it's going to be shit. It's going to be kind of shit. And then it came out and everyone was like, oh my God, this is kind of shit. And I couldn't remember what it was, but
I'm not sure.
That's happened. I'm pretty fucking good at determining that, I'm telling you. I've just seen, honestly, the spreadsheet for movies and TV has gone over 1,300 entries at this point. The video games one's like 300 and something. Yeah. We've consumed so much media. I just know what things are going to be like now.
I feel like as well, though, I feel like a lot more people did sort of see the trailer for the Borderlands movie and were just like, well, that looks like it's going to be fucking horrible, so I'm not going to go see it. That's why it performs so terribly, because like even as much as you try to fucking pretty it up in the trailers, everybody could smell the stink coming off of it.
It's true that other people were, quite easily predict how bad this would be, but I remember specifically talking about what will be bad about it, and it's spot on. Like I said multiple times before it came out, the CGI and everything, and like all the kind of technical aspects of it, the fidelity of the shots and things like that will be good. Yeah. And you know what? The set dressing was fantastic. It was really fucking good. And a lot of the costumes were pretty good in some ways as well. It was basically everything else, which was the problem.
It was just the story and the actors, which is kind of important in a movie.
It's funny that the gender swap character just got overlooked to hate on because there was so much other things to be concerned with instead.
That was completely unnecessary. But again, it's like that character being in the movie was completely fucking unnecessary as well. Yeah. She had about like 6 or 7 lines in it, and eventually did nothing. Right at the end, she just went, "No, this is wrong," and then got shot.
Characters did nothing and didn't need to be in it.
I just fuck me.
The only characters that needed to be in that to play out how it did were Atlas and Lilith, maybe Claptrap, but probably not.
Yeah. Well, I would have said if you say it's the way it should have played out, it should have been Lilith, Atlas, Tina, and Claptrap. Because
you didn't need Tina because she couldn't open the vault anyway.
I know, but I feel like you could have still had something there, but like not have the whole fucking Roland angle. Because what was that?
Roland didn't need to be in it at all.
Yeah,
I don't. You didn't need Tina. because
no. In the end, you didn't even need Tina. But
for the ending we got, the characters you needed were there was two. Atlas and Lily.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe Claptrap, I can't remember exactly what he did sometimes. I guess you could maybe even say Marcus to bring
Do you know what he fucking did actually? He literally went on the internet and Googled for Tiny Tina. Is basically what he did. He was like, I'm checking the EchoNet to see if I can find any. And then he was like, I found this last
That's
picture.
That's the only reason he was needed.
She could have done that. If you have an Echo unit, you can just use the EchoNet. You don't need a Claptrap for that.
I guess they needed Tanis to find the keys. So maybe there's 3 characters.
Yeah.
That's needed.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tanis could have just filled any sort of...
So the rest of the characters were just shoved in there because Borderlands has this... Do you remember this one?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember that woman. Because she was a man in the other one.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I don't remember her then, you fucking... You don't even get the payoff that's shit.
Yeah.
You're trying to give us a really shitty payoff and you don't even get that. Because you've not done the character. It's not the same character then.
It's just fucking nonsense from start to finish. It genuinely felt like I was watching a word salad. I'm like, none of this fucking matters. It doesn't matter.
Oh dear. What's the main takeaway from that? Are you glad it came out to...
No.
There's just no positives, really.
No, there's literally no positives. All that's happened now is that the general public will now forever associate one of my favourite game franchises with this fucking steaming pile of shit.
Do you know what's really bad about it as well? In that pretty much cements the fact that there'll not be a TV show or a movie of Borderlands ever again now then.
Yeah.
So there'll never be a good one.
Yeah.
Something that's quite common that happens nowadays is TV and movie studios mix up what a project should be, whether it should be a series or movies.
Yeah.
Do you think Borderlands should have been a series or movies?
Borderlands absolutely could have been a series. You could have had, you could have done first episode on Lilith, then you could have done an episode on Roland, and then each of the gang should have had their own episode, and then have them meet, an episode 5, and then the journey starts, and then you start,
And why couldn't it pretty much be just the story of the games?
Yeah.
Why can't they, why couldn't it start in Firestone and, help Tiki, they do a little bit of something for Tiki Bar, half an episode?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to, obviously it's a lot longer in the games, but you don't want that. Yeah, I think so. But, actually cast it well as well, because that's just stupid. I'm trying to think,
the thing is, as well, it's we were trying to think, well, maybe they're hiring these people to just get asses in seat, but no, they're so fucking irrelevant for, today's media. Kate Blanche? What? I'm sorry, but 20-year-olds right now aren't jumping out of the fucking seat because Kate Blanche is in something.
I'm trying to look up female red-headed actresses just to see if any of the... Well, for starters, I think we should go just quick fire through this list because there's 43 of them.
Yeah.
And would they have been better than Kate Blanchett? Yeah. And then would they have actually been good? Because those are different things.
Yeah.
So Drew Barrymore, better than Kate, not good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, what the hell is this layout? Susan Sarandon, probably worse. Yeah,
probably worse than Kate Blanchett.
Not good.
Yeah.
Isla Fisher,
better than Kate Blanchett, but probably still not good.
No.
I think we're getting closer.
I think better than Kate, and I'm still not going to
say good, but I think we're getting closer.
Karen Gillan.
Now, this is who I said.
Better than Kate, and probably good.
Probably good, I'd say.
I'm still not convinced I would pick her because she was in that movie with The Rock as well, and kind of just in some other stuff. I think I'd maybe just go with someone else.
But then you think, well, she is known for like doing those sort of movies that like get people in seats.
I'm thinking
so
more
it's
about making the film good rather than studios, but I get what you're saying. Nicole Kidman, the same, I would say, as Kate. Amy Adams, probably better, but not good. Julianne Moore, no.
Nah, I'd say no.
Christina Hendricks,
better than Kate, but just no again.
Yeah. Alison Hannigan.
No, that's a big no.
Probably worse.
Yeah.
Alicia Witt, better than Kate, and I would say probably good.
Yeah, probably
I think she would be a pretty good choice. Bridget I don't know who this is.
Reagan.
Amy Ashbeck. I don't know who that is either.
No. I'm getting a lot of no's from
Lauren
this.
Ambrose.
Mate,
I don't know who she is.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yes. She's Norwegian, so I mean, you know, American accent's pretty fucking easy to do, but I am always of the mind that if you're gonna get someone, if someone's from a certain country, and I know Lilith's not from America, but she's got an American accent, just get someone from that place. So I would say no, but definitely better than Kate. Kate Mara, she's pretty good. She's not very redhead though, but yeah.
I wouldn't mind slap a stuck-up wig on her.
Do you know what? Emma Stone would be a great choice for, like, celebrity, like you're on about with studios. Although she has just done a lot of, like, weird nude films, so I don't know if the 12A is going to hold up there. Catherine Tate. No.
You know what? Better than Kate. at least she'd be fucking funny.
Holland Rodin. Probably.
Yeah.
I think she's probably be pretty good. Bella Thorne.
A little too young, I think.
No, I wouldn't say she's too young. She's like, she's the age of Lilith in the first one.
I think she's just too young in the face, is the thing. I think she's too,
Lilith is young in the face. I just don't like her.
Okay.
I just find her annoying.
Right.
Amanda Rigetti. I don't know who that is.
Somebody touch my Rigetti.
I don't know who that is. She's not. The next one, Annalie Tipton, isn't even redhead, as far as I can see. Jessica Chastain, I think maybe better than Kate. But one of the big problems I have with Kate Blanchett is she's obviously not even tried to play any of the games as Lilith and see what she's like.
Yeah.
She just was some sassy, like, bitchy bitch, you know?
She was trying so hard to be like Han Solo.
And she could have been okay.
She just came off as fucking annoying.
Jayma Mays, no. Rose Leslie, no, she's from the north of England. Gillian Anderson, it would have been better than Kate, but again, she's too old. Heather Graham, again, too old. Molly C. Quinn, who's she in?
I feel like I've seen her in
she was
before.
Supergirl in Superman Unbound. She plays Howard's date in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. She's got the look. She could be okay. Deborah Messing, don't know who she is. Lucille Ball, is she dead? Marcia Cross? Yeah.
Yeah.
She could be okay.
There's just a lot of different ladies with red hair that could have...
my god, Deborah Ann Walt. I didn't realise she was a redhead because she's blonde in fucking Daredevil. She would have been really good.
Yeah.
That would have been so fucking good. She's a really good actress. Oh my god, I think she's my pick.
Even if you... And like, going over to Kevin Hart, if you would have made Roland The Rock... Like,
that would have been better. I would have hated it.
I know.
Still, but it would have been better.
You would have been thinking, oh, here we fucking go, The Rock again. But it's like, at least he's like tall and buff and could play like emotionally detached a lot better than Kevin Hart can.
One that people say could have been a great job for it would have been Idris Elba. I think he's getting a bit old now. I think Roland should still be pretty young. And I think the guy who played Luke Cage in the Luke Cage Marvel would have been so good. Even like, you know, anyone from Black Panther. Yeah, you know, any of the men in the Black Panther movies.
Who's he called? The one who died?
Chadwick Boseman.
Fucking wheel his corpse out and he would have done a phenomenally better job than Kevin Hart did. And you know I'm right. His corpse has more charisma than fucking Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart at least understood the assignment. He was very bad choice for
Yeah.
it. And you could tell he was trying his best Kevin Hart that he could to do it. And it was terrible still.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. That's why I hate Kate Blanchett the most for this. Because there's not a chance. She's not even a little bit the same sort of character. It was so weird. They just did her as a Han Solo.
I know. That was the thing as well I said when I tit with Jamie Lee Curtis. I was like, she's obviously not played any of the games and doesn't know the character, but she is close to the character. Even if that's accidentally, just because she wanted to portray Tannis like that. That is still how Tannis is in the game. So, like, you know,
and oh my god, how many short-haired like younger actresses could have played Tannis as well?
I know, of course,
completely fine. Unbelievable.
I honestly, if I'm trying to think of the most like, what the fuck is going on?
Is there a motorbike rally going on outside my house? Fucking hell.
We are on Pandora. This is coming live from Pandora.
This is a more faithful recreation than that movie.
Yeah. Fuck, what were I gonna say? Yeah. Even if I like tried to cast the most like chemically reeking studio, like, you know, cast, like it, you know, The Rock as fucking Roland, fucking, I don't know, Jenna Ortega as fucking Tannis, and then it's like
She wouldn't have been bad.
I know, but when I say these words, it's like, yeah, this still would have been better.
Do you know who's maybe the only more stereotypical studio voice that could have been Claptrap? The only person that could have gone that would be more stereotypical in that way than Jack Black might be Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Do you know because of how many things he's voiced? But Jack Black's been fucking Bowser.
Yeah.
He's Steve. He's the guy who plays the video game character now. I don't like that. But honestly, I'm trying to just like. Again, just any like American mildly buff black guy or the 5'9". Let's say 5'9's not even tall enough really for Roland,
Kevin,
but just, you know.
Kevin, you can point the gun at me all you want. I will not be intimidated by a man who is 5'2". I won't be.
Anytime he's holding a gun, I felt like a Nerf dart was going to come out there.
I think he's my height, but yet I feel like I'm taller than him.
No, he's shorter than you, I'm telling you. Because you're
I'm like 5'4" or 5'5".
Yeah, you're 5'5".
He's 5'2". I was joking when I said 5'2".
5'2".
He's fucking tiny. He's so small.
5'2".
He's so small. Look! Click on this picture. Who is Roland in this picture? Who is Roland?
Will Ferrell.
We're currently looking at Will Ferrell, Kevin Hart, and The Rock. And if you would have told me one of these people is going to play Roland, I would have said it's more likely to be Will fucking Ferrell than Kevin Hart. I mean, obviously the obvious answer there would be The Rock, but I'd choose Will Ferrell over Kevin Hart any day.
Oh
Holy
my God.
shit.
That's another guy who could have played it, Jamie Lee Foxx.
Jamie Lee Foxx would have been awesome. He would have been fucking awesome.
Still, again, like I feel like a lot of actors that are older than necessary get roles. Like, get some young blood in there. You know? I still think Jamie Lee Foxx is a bit old to be doing it. Snoop Dogg would have been better.
Snoop Dogg would have been fucking better.
Elongate Kevin
I was like, that's not right, is it?
Oh God.
Fucking Childish Gambino. What the dude's name is? I forget his name.
Doable. Donald Glover.
Donald Glover. Yeah.
Yeah, like. I don't know, and bless him for like trying because he obviously did try, but
we were trying. He was very trying in that
even
movie.
Tiny Tina weren't really cast well.
No,
just the look of Tiny Tina. She's particularly pale. You know, does she have blue eyes? I don't think that matters that much, but yeah, she's pretty pale. Yeah, blue eyes, and they cast like someone who looks Hispanic in skin tone and eye colour and things like that. Just doesn't look the same at all.
She looked nothing like her dad. Her dad was had this weird fucking Eastern European accent, and she's like
but she's
Latina.
She's like a clone. She's not actually been birthed at all, as she in the movie, which is fucking dumb as well. But anyway, we've hated on Borderlands enough. for someone to hate on us. I do like reading out any hate comments we get because it's pretty much the only comments we do get. Hence why we're shutting down this whole fucking enterprise at episode 250. You can read it out in you know the voice.
The Reddit half-brain voice.
Yeah, and just I don't know, just let me know what you think about it. Here you go.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, context for this: we were talking. It was the podcast we did talking about The Boys, the latest season of The Boys, and laughing at Starlight's
we're talking about
face.
We're talking about Starlight's fucking clay face.
Anyway, there you go.
Freaking wankers making fun of a woman's face who are already insecure, and these videos are gonna make her more insecure because I'm sure she watches our videos. Yeah,
she's the only one.
I think you both should take a look in the mirror because you both look like the Burger Kings. Are there multiple?
There are now, baby. It's us.
Can we rebrand to the Burger Kings? The Burger Kings.
Do you know what is funny about this?
Yeah.
Is they're complaining about someone laughing about someone's looks while they just made a joke about someo's looks.
I know.
The difference is we don't give a shit.
The thing is, though, the difference being is that we were born with these disgusting rancid faces. She had a gorgeous face and then she fucking destroyed herself. That's the point that we were trying to make.
and we were making some jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
You know, like the rest of the internet it was at the time. I'm still making fun of her. She looks like she added 7 new angles. And none of them are cute.
A fucking plastic surgeon's Pythagoras.
I know. Fuck me.
Honestly,
yeah.
The problem is here. Yeah. The problem here is that someone's been mentally weak enough to think that they need plastic surgery to fix something that's not a problem.
Yeah.
Simple. You can blame that on other things such as social pressure,
society,
or all sorts of things like that. Long story short is that was a bad decision. It looks fucking weird, and it's not our fault for making fun of it.
Yeah.
I don't
know what you want to say.
Yeah, whatever. If you don't think it looks weird, then cool. You also don't have to watch our video and our jokes about it. I don't think she's gonna. I think she'll be fine.
I don't think she's going to at any point. I think she'll be okay.
I did check out this guy's channel who commented this.
Yeah.
Just because I think it's funny to see whatever, if someone's hating on something we've made, I'm like, what you made then, come on.
Yeah.
Because if you've made something brilliant, maybe I might respect your opinion a bit more. It's based, half of it's white knighting for Starlight in videos uploaded.
What, like that's his whole identity?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
It's kind of the thing.
That's fucking sad.
Let
me tell. Can I tell you something, Vector? Oh yeah. Let me tell you something, buddy. Just the same way that Starlight's actress is not watching our videos, she has no idea you exist, buddy. She has no idea that, and she never will either. I'm really sorry to say that, but you are not gonna get head from Starlight's plastic-filled fucking noggin. You're not gonna get it. I'm sorry.
So he's uploaded Stranger Things just with different music. The Stranger Things trailer with a different song on it.
Yeah.
Called It But Better. Okay. And then the other video is just the scene where like Starlight beats up the Deep.
Yeah.
But it just has the text put on it.
Starlight without
Starlight.
Oh yeah, but it's spelt wrong again.
Yeah, Starlight without powers versus Deep. Well, that's not even true because she does have powers.
Yeah, she does have powers. She just can't use her fucking light thing. So even that's wrong.
And then there's a short basically saying why, because people were saying that the shapeshifter version of Starlight looked better than the real one.
I thought that.
And basically the excuse in that short is, I don't want to play it to give another view to these things. Basically, the excuse in that short was, when she was being the doppelganger, she weren't wearing as much makeup. And that meant people thought she looked better.
Dude, I have seen pictures of her without makeup on now. Fuck me, she looks like a grey alien.
Well, a grey-alien, as we like to...
Yeah. No, but like the stereotypical grey, like the stereotypical alien.
Even in this short, they make a joke about finding a good-looking still, even with all the plastics, and think, fucking hell. It totally is like you were saying, she's not going to notice you.
Yeah.
It's fine. And also... making jokes about someone's appearance can also be fine too. We're more than happy for you to make jokes about our appearance. In fact, we would encourage it. It would be a really fun episode to make.
You both look like the Burger Kings. I think the Burger King's quite a handsome-looking guy.
I think he's just trying to call us fat. But listen, it's fine. It's fine. It's all
I'd rather be
fine.
compared to Jack in the Box, though. That's a hunk of a man.
Okay. So basically, everyone needs to stop giving a shit about their looks so much. Just chill out.
Yeah.
It's
yes,
like,
Starlight.
Honestly. Yeah. Anyway, moving on from that. Dead rats. I've had a weirdly more common interactions with dead rats lately.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to tell you about it.
Right.
Do you remember I sent you the pictures of the dead rats, that dead rat in the sewer at work?
Oh, yeah, you did, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Not that long ago, it might have been a month, I was in the office where I work, and it gets really hot in the office, and it was quite sunny outside as well. And I was doing, for once, physical tasks of shifting computers, disassembling them, and reassembling them, and, like, actually physical stuff for once. So, like, bloody hell, I'm really hot. I'm just going to step outside to cool off and get a bit of fresh air just for a minute or two. And right next to the door to where my office is, there's a drain, toilet drain, whatever. And I kind of just happened to look in it. And I saw what I thought looked like quite a big rock that, like, you know, if you're, like, at the seaside, sometimes there's, like...
Moss.
I guess it's moss, but, like...
Yeah,
it feels like hair, but it's, like, plant, isn't it? And then it's wet, and it looks like... I was thinking, that's weird. Why is there, like, a rock... that rock in there has grown, like, sea moss on it.
Yeah.
And then I thought a bit more and thought... Wait a minute, that's probably actually hair.
Yeah.
And my first thought that lasted like a millisecond was, is that the top of someone's head?
Do you think somebody's been scalped and then they just fucking...
No, I just thought, like, how does that fit in there? But just like just for a fleeting second, and then I was like, no. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That's probably a rat.
Yeah.
And I was like... Has that rat just, like, fucking fallen in there and drowned?
Yeah.
And you were like, what? Just like... I don't know. I'm like, I've just come outside for, like, a minute to like, try not to feel so sick, like, basically, from being fucking heat exhausted. And I look down, and this is a shit I'm presented with. It was like, the fuck... I didn't even mind that much, but it was just a bit perplexing. Like, it's a hospital grounds, by the way.
Yeah.
So I also thought, that's not good. You know, that's not sanitary.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's not actually like a hospital. Well, I don't think they actually do medical procedures in the building that I work in, but it's right next to like a literal hospital anyway. So I kind of just walked back in and like stood, and my boss like looked at me and went, "You all right?" And I went, "Just seen a dead rat." If this was a TV show or a movie, I can imagine that's the cut. The cut was both looking down at me, pointing. You know, you can imagine it, can't you?
Because I'm imagining the fucking Always Sunny like violin in the background, be like, da, da, da. Like you're looking at this dead rat.
I just seen a dead rat. So, I'm just pointing and he's going. You know? And then cut to the dead rat.
Yeah, cut to the dead rat. Yeah. I had a close encounter of the rat kind not too long ago.
You got dribble in your beard now as well from laughing at the dead rat scene we just crafted.
Yeah, I fucking had a close encounter of the rat kind. I was working on this building site in I think Sheffield. I was working in, and they just wanted me to do like general tidying up, sort of like around the main yard. So I was going around tidying up, and then I found like this big sort of like crack in the floor. In like
I found some crack,
yeah. In this like just this concreted bit, sort of where the officers had been like temporarily put. and there was loads of just shit down this crack, just like crisp packets, fucking.
It happens a lot with building sites, doesn't it? People often, more in America because of how they do the foundations, people will like go in the crawl space under the house and discover like all the trash that the builders left there when they built the house. Yeah,
but that's what it was like. So I was like, well, I'm gonna start getting all that shit out then, basically. So I did. I took a bin over and I essentially filled this entire bin with shit that was like just in this little crevasse. Like in this little crevasse, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? So anyway, I ended up putting that all in that bin, and then I sort of stood around because it was like behind the offices a bit. I was like, I'm gonna fuck about on my phone for a little bit because no one knows I'm back here, you know, as you do as a worker.
Would they care?
No, not really. So I was sort of just like stood there on my phone a bit, and I saw something run around the fucking corner. And it was this massive fat bastard rat, and it fucking skidded around the corner, looked straight up at me, and then dived in the hole that I'd just been digging all the shit out of. I was like, oh, it's a fucking rat den! And I was like, alright, I'm never sticking my hand down that fucking hole ever again. But I was lucky that it weren't in there and it didn't like grab my hand and because I was in its house.
Yeah, that's why I asked if you were wearing gloves.
Yeah,
were it like just plastic gloves you're wearing, or do you have like work gloves?
the like workman's gloves,
Yeah, good.
But yeah, it like stared me out and then like dove into its fucking hole.
It might not be a rat den. It might just be like there might just be a tunnel under there or something like that. But I don't fucking know. Yeah. But this, honestly, between that one that you know, me telling you at the office, and more recently, I don't know why this came into my head. At some point, I was talking to Jasmine, my girlfriend, and said, "Do you want me to tell you something horrific that might give you nightmares?" And I fully expected her to go, "No," and me just move on, and I wouldn't have told her. Yeah. And she went, "Yeah, go on then, tell me." Like she felt brave that day. Yeah. And I said, "Do you know what a rat king is?" Do you know what a rat king is?
A rat king?
Yeah, rat king.
No.
You don't know what a rat king
tell
is?
Me what a rat
okay,
king
I'm gonna tell you, and then we'll Google it because you need to see it after.
I actually feel like I somewhere in here I do have knowledge of what a rat king is.
What a rat king is, and this is genuinely real.
Yeah.
Is, you know, like rats all fucking run all over each other and shit like that. Often their tails will get tangled up.
Yeah.
So like you might get like 4 or 5 of them their tails tangled. Yeah. They then like, because they're such like kind of swarm creatures, they almost like form a hive mind between those 5 rats.
Yeah. And
become a creature that like crawls around as a group of 5 rats, a bit like a spider, and it's called a rat king.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit! I've never heard of this in my life.
Look! They can be huge! How insane is that?
What the fuck?
How insane is that?
I want to see one like moving. I want to see one in motion.
I don't know if I do. It's terrifying. Well, I'll be. So I actually ended up bringing this up. Oh my god. Is this one? Rats found with tails tied together in eastern Estonia.
They're not really moving.
No, they're not. It's not. It's not the same sort of thing. Oh god.
Damn.
Oh god.
This is a rat king. A terrifying tangle of rats together. King sight on the world.
I'm only seeing like
stills are moving. I've definitely seen a video of them moving, but it was actually because it doesn't just happen to rats; it can happen to squirrels as well.
Yeah.
And so I actually saw a squirrel king, of a bunch of squirrels. I don't know where I would find it, but I have seen them moving around like a fucking spider.
Jeez.
So like that's something that I remember mentioning as well.
Yeah.
So the last story of it.
Yeah.
Weirdly, this starts off. We were selling a slab of marble. No, we found it in our house when we first moved in, and we don't know what to do with it. So we sold it to someone who's going to make a kitchen counter out of it. Probably, I don't know. And I hope the people, like this guy came and his wife or whatever. I hope they didn't see the rat. I hope they didn't, because.
I thought you were going to say to me that these two showed up and you went, do you know what a rat king is?
No. So I helped with this thing to his car, he gave us the money, whatever. But we went back to where the thingamabobber was because we were locking a side gate and doors and stuff like that. And we were just on about, we managed to get a bit more than we thought for it, things like that. And then Jasmine just kind of stops and goes, dead rat. And it was just there.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. And obviously, that then becomes a me job to deal with.
Yeah.
As the man of the house. But I'm also the autistic of the house. So I don't have, like, an issue with death much or anything at all.
Yeah.
I have an issue with how disgusting dead rats are as a thing. They spread disease a lot. That's not good. So I was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to have to pick up this rat and then put it in the bin. And that's going to... It was like, it's going to feel gross. And, like, it's the feeling. I really don't want it to feel gross.
Yeah. I wouldn't give a shit. I would have Kobe'd the fucker straight in the bin. I would have just like...
it's the texture of feeling. So it's like washing pots to me has taken years to be able to do. Because I hated the idea of like dirty dish... Like...
Yeah.
Oh god, it's killing me. So I put I put this gardening glove on that we were given from some mum that we never ended up using because we upgraded them pretty quick. So I knew I could throw it away. It's not been used in over 2 years. So I put that on. I went to get it, but and Jasmine were there, like waiting for me to do it. I'd moved the outside bin closer as well, so I didn't have to walk far with it. And I was like, and she said, "Shall we get his neighbour next door to do it?" I'm thinking, "Fucking no! How emasculating is that?
Yeah, no,
please help me move this dead rat. No, stop! I'm gonna do this. I just need to psych myself up against like it feeling gross.
Yeah. Was it quite obviously like rotting?
No,
and like
no,
very
it was
obviously
pretty.
Dead?
It was obviously dead. There was like flies on it, and it wasn't moving at all.
See, my biggest worry with anything like that is just that it somehow isn't dead,
or not quite.
Yeah,
dead
not quite dead. Like the thing is, I'm scared that I'm gonna go and pick the fucker up, and it's just gonna very quickly go and bite me finger, and it's like, what? Yeah.
I would have potentially been more scared of having to put it out of its misery. If it were like on the brink of death.
I would have fucking just like launched it straight at a wall.
I don't want to have to like clean up like diseased blood splatter from the wall. It's like that's my concern. It's not like the moral. Oh no, I'm gonna have to end its life now. Yeah, like that's cycle of life, cycle of death. That it happens, and it's not nice.
Splat that fucking rat.
I don't want to have to clean up the blood generated from having to finish this rat off, is what I was thinking. So my method was, I got a stick and kind of like just poked it. Yeah. Make sure it was not moving at all. Yeah. And to get the idea of the weight of it and how solid it still was. Whether it had decomposed at all or what. I didn't want to pick it up and it'd be a bit mushy on the inside, from decomposition or something. That was what I was. You might
have picked it up and shit might have just seeped out of its bowels because it completely, it has no. Just a bunch of dead rat decaying shit could have just like seeped out onto your hands.
Exactly. I was trying to, just check all these things before doing it. I poked it. It was very intact. In fact, if a taxidermist once it had probably been a pretty good specimen. Yeah. And once I'd kind of poked it, I was like, oh, this is going to be fine. And I just kind of picked it up. I picked it up and put it in a plastic bag first, and then put that in the bin. Yeah. So, yeah. But I think, again, I was extra squeamish from it because I'd seen the fucking drowned one in the drain. We were talking about rat kings recently. So, yeah, I didn't want it to be warm. It was quite recently dead, obviously. Yeah. Jasmine spotted it, and I said, the first thing I said was, is it like 100% dead? And she said, yeah, it's got no eyes. And I was like, I know that's one of the first things to go, but it still fucking had eyes. Like, they'd not been melted out of its skull yet. It's just obviously dead. I reckon it had been there just overnight. Yeah. I don't want to blame Jasmine for its death.
Okay.
But our outside drain had been kind of clogged, not like badly, but kind of, it gets slightly clogged sometimes because of, Jasmine washes hair cutting tools and things, so hair kind of clogs it a bit. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we have to clean it out, basically. She'd fucking clogged the shit out of it recently, and she'd been painting the hallway, so there was paint, as part of the clog. Yeah. I reckon rat's gone to like eat bits of food out of the drain that we've washed away and accidentally like poisoned itself with paint.
Yeah.
And then died like a meter away from that drain. That's just a theory, though. I don't know. I didn't see like paint around its mouth or something like that. It weren't like that.
The fucking paint drinking rat of Barnsley.
What was a potential concern after was I also had to put a bag of postcrete in the same bin afterwards. So it's basically just concrete. But it had been like not looked after by the owner who'd left it, so it was solid. Like rain had gone on it, and it was really fucking heavy, like a big block of concrete. So I didn't want to like chuck that in and splat the rat.
Can you imagine if you would have splat and just gone right in your face?
Oh, God.
I think I'd kill myself. I'd just kill myself there. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I fully avoided. The rat.
The rat splat.
And then there was also some like lino flooring. There was some scraps of that. I kind of put those on top, so that there was like a layer to put more rubbish on.
I can't believe you didn't do a fucking rat for your funeral, to be honest.
It was Jasmine couldn't watch me actually pick it up. She couldn't stomach that, but she can't have missed the like. It was like it was set dressing for a movie. The tail just coming out of the end of the the carrier bag. So yeah, dead rats have been more part of my life recently than I would have thought and would have liked, to be honest. But they do say that statistically, you're never further than like 2 meters away from a rat or something like that, don't they? I think that's just because London's full of fucking rats.
Yeah.
I think someone in London is like an inch away from 80 rats. Every moment.
If you removed all the rats from London, the fucking foundations would crumble. The city would not stand.
London's built on rats.
Yeah.
So and they are a creature that is like known for causing probably the most famous disease in our country's history.
Yeah.
So that kind of, you get that inbuilt in you that they are disgusting creatures, and especially a dead one.
They make great pets, though.
They do like a pet rat. I don't mind. I'd hold a pet rat and give it a pet.
I've held and pet a rat before,
but a dead rat is very concerning. When I put it in the bin, I immediately dumped soap all over my hands and fully fucking like, when you see doctors washing for surgery, I did a full one of those. Then I put the postcrete in the bin and that other thing, and did another one of those. And like, I must have washed my hands like 20 times that day just to fully get it off. But yeah, there you go, dead rats. What a way to end this week's podcast. We've got some stuff lined up for other podcasts until the big finale when we get to 250. But like I mentioned, we might do episode 249, and there might be a fairly big break while we work out exactly how to do episode 250, especially because I've got a lot of shit going on. So that's it. We're off to film a music video now.